Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with our next chapter, that is chapter number 4, working with layers in Flash. So you must have studied about Flash CS6 in your previous class. So first, let us get an overview of our previous class in which we have covered about Flash CS6. Now first, starting with the Flash CS6, what do you mean by Flash? A Flash is a multimedia software that is widely used. Flash is a vector-based animation program, which means the image graphics created in it can be scaled to any size. So basically Flash is a multimedia software in which we can create both animation and graphics. Now you can see here there is an image of a turtle which is a moving turtle. So this animated cartoon movies can be created using a Flash software. Now next coming to starting Flash CS6. This is just a revision about the Flash CS6 which you have already studied in your class 6. Now we'll just give it a brush up. Now first, how to start a Flash? To start a Flash, first click on the start button present over here and click on all program options. Now you will see there is an Adobe Master Collection CS6 present over here. You will click on this and you will see there is an Adobe Flash Professional CS6 option present in your menu. Now as soon as you click on it, you will see the welcome screen appears on your monitor. Now what you have to do, under the create new pane, you have to select the action script 3.0. Now as soon as you click on the action script 3.0, you will see the Flash window will appear on your screen. Now just we will go through the components of Flash window very quickly. Now first we will see about title bar. What do you mean by title bar? The title bar displays the name of the current file. So the name will be displayed in your title bar. Then we have the pasteboard. The pasteboard is light gray area around the stage. This area is used to store the object until you wish to display them on the stage. Next comes the timeline. It is a rectangular window present below the stage. It is divided into frames. Timeline is used to control the sequence and timing of object. Next coming to playhead. The playhead is indicated by a red rectangle with a vertical line. So playhead indicates which frame is playing on the stage. Next we have layers. Layers are a stack of transparent sheet. Each layer can hold only one animation at a time and is treated as an individual thing. So by default, a Flash documents open with a single layer. So here we are having a single layer. Next coming to frame. Frame are indicated by little rectangular cells on the timeline. Frames are used to add animation effects to an object. Next we have keyframes. Keyframes are used to define the major changes in the state of an object. For example, with the help of keyframe, you can show animations such as change in position, color, shape of an object. Next coming to tools panel, it contains various tools that help you in drawing, painting, selecting and modifying text or graphic object. Next coming to the stage, it is the rectangular white area present in the center of the Flash screen. It is the main working space where you can place the content such as graphic, object, text, video clips and so on. So this is your main working space. Next comes the menu bar. The menu bar is located at the top of the Flash window. It has various menus which contain the common command functions such as saving, opening, editing and so on. Next comes our property panel. Anything you add to a Flash document such as text, shape, image, graphic, video and so on is called an object. So when you select an object, its properties are displayed in the properties pane. So this was the discussion about the previous Flash CS6 you have studied in your class 6. Now talking about your latest chapter number 4, we will discuss about timeline panel. So now we will study in detail about the timeline panel. Now first let us see the diagram of the timeline panel. You can see it on your screen. First we will be discussing about frame. So what is a frame? A frame is the basic unit of an animated movie and the content of a movie that is entered in frame. So each frame holds a single object in it. Flash display the frames in a sequential order to play a movie. So this is the basic unit of an animated movie. Next, you can see the timeline. So this timeline is one of the most important component of the Flash window. It has various parts like we have already discussed frame. We will discuss about keyframes, playhead and layers which you have showed already in the previous slide also. Now we will study in detail about the various part of the timeline. Now let us first see at the layer. So what you mean by layer? You have already discussed that the frame by default opens with a single layer. So each layer has its own frame and keyframe. Next, coming to the keyframe. What is the keyframe? It is indicated by a tiny black dot. So we have already discussed about keyframe. It is used to define the major changes in the state of an object. Next, coming to playhead. Playhead is used to indicate which frame is playing on the stage. So it is indicated by a red rectangle with a thin vertical line. Next, coming to current frame. It shows the current frame on the stage. So here we are having 24. So 24 is the current frame on the stage. Next, coming to the frame rate, it shows the number of frames being played per second in the animation. So we have 24 frames playing per second in an animation. Next, coming to layers in Flash. In Flash, layers are considered as transparent sheets which are stacked one on top of other. So, a layer is indicated by a horizontal bar on the left side of the timeline. So, you can see over here there are so many layers present. Next, coming to inserting a new layer. So, how can you insert a new layer? By default, the Flash document has a single layer. However, if you insert as many layers as you wish, for this you have to click on the new layer button present at the bottom left corner of the timeline. So you can see there is a new layer button present over here at the left side of the timeline. Or you can click on the insert option present in the menu bar and click on the timeline, and there is a layer option also present under the insert tab. A new layer appears right above the current line. So a layer will be inserted right above the current line. Notice the new layer becomes an active layer. So whichever layer you add, it will become the active layer. Next, coming to selecting a layer. Now how can you select a layer? At a time, only one layer is active in the timeline. To select or deactivate a layer, click on the layer directly. The active layer appears in blue and a pencil icon appears next to it. So you can see there is a pencil icon present at layer 4. So this layer 4 is selected at the moment or it's active in the timeline. Next, coming to renaming a layer. So by default, layers are named as layer 1, layer 2 and so on. So it is advisable to give a short and meaningful name to a layer. For this, you have to click on the modify menu, then go to the timeline option, and you can see there is a layer property option present over there. So you can see the layer property dialog box appear, and in the name text box you can type a new name and click on OK. So in this manner you can rename your layer. Next, coming to how to delete a layer. To delete a layer, first you have to select the layer and click on the delete button present at the bottom of the timeline. So you can click on the delete layer and button present at the bottom of the timeline. Now remember, you can delete a layer, all the objects on the layer will also get deleted. Next, coming to changing the order of layer. So the sequence of layer on the timeline can be changed. The layer on the top is first layer to be displayed in a movie. So the rest of the layer follow as per their position on the timeline. So in such a situation, object or images in higher layer appear in front of the object in the layer below them. To change the order of the layer, you have to follow the steps. First, select the layer that you want to move. Now simply click and drag it to the new position. So simply you will click and drag it to the new position and the order of the layer will be changed. Next, coming to hide or show layers. Now suppose you want to work on a particular layer, but the content of other layer are disturbing you. In such a case, you can hide other layer. Hiding layer temporarily removes the content of the hidden layer from the stage. Now, you can hide all the layer at once, or you can hide individual layers one by one. To hide a layer, go to the layer that you wish to hide and click on the dot in the show or hide layer. So you can see there is an eye icon present over here. You can click on the dot and you can see a red cross symbol will appear next to the layer, indicating that the layer is hidden. Notice all the contents of the hidden layer disappears from the stage. So first you have to go to the layer that you wish to hide and click on the dot in the eye icon. Next, to show a layer, simply click on the red cross symbol next to the layer. So if you want to show the particular layer, you have to simply click on the red cross symbol next to the layer that you wish to show. So the red cross symbol turns to a dot like before, indicating that it is no longer a hidden layer. Next, coming to lock or unlock layers. When you do not want to do any editing or make any changes in a layer, you can lock it. It will keep the existing contents of the layer intact. To lock a layer, go to the layer that you wish to lock and click on the black dot in the lock or unlock layer. You can see there is a column with the lock icon present at the top. So you can click on a lock icon that appear next to the layer, indicating the selected layer is locked. So here we have the locked layer as flower and birds. Now you cannot perform any operations on this layer as long as it is locked. Now if you wish to unlock this, you have to click on the lock icon next to it. So when you click on the lock icon, you can see again you can edit and make changes in the layer. So you can lock or unlock all the layers at once. Simply click on the lock or unlock all layer icon on the timeline. So in this manner, students, you can lock layer or you can hide, unhide any layers. So this was about introduction to your Flash CS6. Hope students everything is clear to all of you. So till then, thank you.